Okay, let's start this video. You don't respect yourself, and let me tell you why. Do you tell yourself you're gonna do something and you end up not doing it? Do you wish you had the discipline or the motivation to do certain things and you just contemplate other people's lives, wishing you were as motivated and as disciplined? Does it sound like your life? Self-respect is doing things you know are aligned with your values and telling yourself you're going to do something and actually doing it. That is self-respect. Self-respect is not about achievements. It's only about doing things you know are good for you and telling yourself you're going to do something and actually doing it. It's as simple as that. So self-respect is about behavior, your behavior. You grow respect for yourself when, first of all, your actions are aligned with your values, and second of all, when you just do it. When you don't do the things you know are good for you and you know will improve your life, it shows a lack of respect for yourself. You don't take yourself seriously and you're preventing yourself from having a better life, from being a better person, and from unlocking your full potential. So why would you prevent yourself from having a better life? It's because you don't respect yourself enough. You don't respect yourself enough to change. You don't take yourself seriously enough to change. Or maybe you think you don't deserve a certain thing, but in the end, you simply don't have any respect for yourself. And it's also probably because you don't like pain, you don't like discomfort. And that's the case for most people, I guess, I think. I don't like pain, I don't like discomfort, but I know that these things are a part of life. And you also gotta understand that self-discipline is actually the root of self-respect. It is. When you have a clear vision of the person you want to be or of the life you want to live, what is separating you from who you are today and the person you want to be or the life you want to live? It's action. It is simply action. And why don't you take action? Because you don't have enough self-discipline and you don't have enough respect for yourself. So to build self-respect, you need to build self-discipline first. And also, I agree that self-discipline starts with self-respect. You gotta take yourself seriously enough to want to change, to make the decision to change. But in return, self-discipline leads to more self-respect. So you gotta have a little respect for yourself to be disciplined, and in return, discipline grows the respect you have for yourself. You respect yourself when you're proud of the person you are. You respect yourself when there's something about you that is worthy of respect. And to get to a point where you're proud of yourself, it requires discipline, the desire to change, and the desire to stick to it. And it's not even the desire, because self-discipline, that's not something we want to do. We don't want to do things when we don't want to do them, but you gotta have a desire to stick to it despite not wanting to. And you gotta understand that self-discipline isn't a punishment. It is self-respect. A lot of people villainize self-discipline, saying, oh, it's not good, you shouldn't. Well, a lot of people villainize it. But the truth is that, as I said, what is separating you from the person you want to be is action. Action, action, action. And most of the time, we don't take action because we're procrastinating. We're lazy. We don't want to do it. And that's when self-discipline is required. So yes, self-discipline is not a punishment. Actually, self-discipline is your friend that is going to take you to where you want to be. You can see self-discipline as a way of transportation. It's your friend, because without self-discipline, you will never get to the place you want to be. You will never be the person you want to be. You will never live the life you want to live. So stop making self-discipline your enemy. Stop villainizing self-discipline. Stop saying self-discipline as a punishment. When you say you're going to do something because you know it's good for you and you actually do it, that's how you grow self-respect. That's how you grow respect for yourself. That's how you can look in the mirror and be proud of what you see, of the person you see, of the person you've become. So the choices you make today echo in the self-respect you'll feel tomorrow. The choices you make today echo in the self-respect you feel tomorrow. And yes, self-discipline is hard because self-discipline rewires your brain. You've had these bad habits for years, for a long time, maybe your entire life. So it takes time for your brain to accept that things are going to be different from now on. It's not going to be as it used to be. Now we're doing it a different way. And that takes your brain time to process and to understand. But the more you do it, the more you stick to it, the faster your brain will get it. For me personally, I have struggled with procrastination and laziness for a long time, and I still do sometimes. And it's really, you really lose respect for yourself, first of all, but you also truly disappoint yourself and you don't trust yourself anymore. When I tell myself I'm going to do something because I know it is good for me and I know that it is going to take me closer to my dreams and to my goals, and I end up not doing it and I end up self-sabotaging, you really start hating yourself. You simply don't have any trust in yourself, don't have any respect for yourself, and it's just such a shitty feeling. The few things I told myself I would do and I actually stuck to them till the end, those things make me really proud of who I am, make me respect myself. So why don't I do it more? If I stick to the thing I really want, I will be proud of myself and I'll have more respect for myself. So why don't I do it more often? And that's something, I don't know, it's the way our brains are wired. The actual tips for building respect for yourself are, first, to be honest with yourself about yourself. Are your actions aligned with your values? Why aren't you the person you want to be? Is it a work in progress or have you not even started? Second of all, to be disciplined and start small. Do the things you say you're going to do. It's as simple as that. And as I said, self-respect is built on telling yourself you're going to do something and actually doing it. So start small. Start with things you know you're going to do. It doesn't really matter how big or how small the thing is. What matters is that you do the thing you tell yourself you are gonna do. And the third and last thing is to make sure that your behavior, your actions are aligned with your values, because you don't want to do things you know will disappoint yourself, because that leads to inauthenticity, to feeling lost. So do things that are aligned with your values. The most important takeaway would be that self-respect is built off the promises you make to yourself and that you keep. So the more promises you keep, the more respect you'll have for yourself. That's how it works. So stop making promises to yourself that you don't intend to keep, because by doing that, you will feel worthless, you will feel useless, and your trust in yourself will lessen and lessen over time.